My beloved, my chosen light, my dear child who carries the breath of heaven deep within your soul, I see how your spirit is trembling right now, but it is not trembling from fear. No, it is trembling because it recognizes something very important. Deep inside you, you already know this moment is not an ordinary one. Heaven itself has been restless lately. There have been whispers traveling from throne to throne, carried on the winds. Someone has spoken a warning over your life, and Archangel Michael is here to tell you what it is. But there is a dark truth hiding behind the smile of a woman who is not what she appears to be. The witch I speak of wants only one thing: to take away all the blessings God has given you. The light that makes you beautiful to both men and women, the special glow that attracts miracles to your life. These are part of your blessings and your true wealth. That is exactly what she wants to steal. I cannot stop her for you if you decide to skip this message. You don't realize how close she really is, my child, as she smiles at you, pretending to admire you. She has been watching you closely. Every compliment she gives you is like poison wrapped in silk. She is near, and she knows it. Your door of miracles is opening wide, and she has already made up her mind. If she cannot have what you have, she will do everything in her power to make sure you lose it. Last night, I sent Archangel Michael to fight for you. It was a fierce battle. The swords clashed with such force that the stars trembled, and in the middle of that fight, her name was revealed. Please listen carefully to me now. You have just 3 minutes to get ready, not to panic, but to prepare yourself, because Archangel Michael will tell you who she is in a way no human could ever deny. If you keep reading and listen with all your heart, you will recognize her, you will see her for who she really is, and you will be given the shield to defeat her forever. But if you leave now and tell yourself, "This is not for me," heaven cannot stop her when she strikes. Then I must ask you, why did I put this message right in front of you? It was no accident. Your spiritual protection is being given to you in real time, right now. Listen closely to my heart before I say more. God has anointed you so much that you should never be left alone or unprotected. And I promise you, what is coming against you is much bigger than any storm you have faced before. Please pay very close attention, my beloved. She has tried before. You may have noticed strange delays in your life, sudden losses that didn't make sense, and doors that should have opened but slammed shut quietly in your past. That was her doing. Her job was to slow you down, but this time she is truly angry. Heaven will not let you walk blindly any longer, because she is ready to try to take you out of your season of harvest forever. Archangel Michael is ready to shield you. His sword is drawn, and his eyes burn with fire, but he cannot protect you unless you allow what I am about to say to open your spirit fully. If your heart is open, this is where the revelation begins. My beloved, I need you to do one very important thing with all your heart before I continue. Stay with me. Don't wander off or say, "I will come back later," because that later could be too late. The scroll that holds this secret is being held by Archangel Michael right now, and he is watching to see if you are still paying attention. Also, I need to tell you something I have never said this way before. This message opens a door. If you walk fully through this door, the witch's power will crumble into dust, and your protection will be sealed forever. But if you think about it too much and skip even one word of what I am about to say, the shield won't hold, and she will find the one weakness she is searching for. My chosen one, I beg you, keep your spirit strong right now, as if your life depends on it, because in ways you cannot yet see, it really does. You have been wondering why you have felt strange lately, why some faces you used to know now feel different, why voices you once trusted sound just a little off. Beloved, this is not your imagination. This is discernment, the gift God put inside you long ago to warn you again. As she got closer, she pretended to care. She used words like soft silk threads to weave a trap around you, but each thread holds a hidden curse meant to slow you down, take away your happiness, and make you doubt yourself just enough so that she can attack. She knows exactly when you are tired, when you feel ignored, and when you start to think your light has gone out. She wants to make those cracks in your spirit bigger, so that all the beauty God gave you can flow right into her hands. But I have decided that this is her last chance. I didn't only send Archangel Michael to block her. I sent him to reveal her in a way that makes it impossible for her to defend herself. My child, lean in closer. Heaven rarely sends words with this kind of urgency, unless there is very little time left. She is not stronger than me, but if you don't stop her now, her tricks are very dangerous. Her name has been whispered in places you have never been and to people you have never met, all to try to change how they see you before you even arrive. She believes that if she can steal your beauty, your shining eyes, your unique voice, and the way good things flow to you, she can walk into your harvest season and claim it as her own. But she has no idea that I have been following her every move. She does not know that Archangel Michael has found all the pieces of her plan and traced them back to her own heart. Now, my beloved, the scroll is opening, and her shadow is about to be pulled into the light. But here is what you need to understand. The scroll will close again after a short time. Secrets like this are not shared freely in heaven. If you don't read it now, it will lock again. Once closed, no amount of prayer, fasting, or begging will open it back up. The damage will have already been done. I say this honestly because I want you to understand just how important what you are facing is before the storm comes your way. Take this chance to anchor yourself in God's divine protection. Don't misunderstand me. The battle is already intense. I can feel her plans pulling on me like the tide pulling against the shore. Please listen carefully. Sometimes forces move in the dark where we cannot see them, and sometimes you won't see the battle with your eyes, but you will feel it deep in your heart. Right now, Archangel Michael's sword is clashing with something dark and hissing your name in a realm you cannot touch. It is the witch's spirit, angry and frustrated that her window to harm you is getting smaller every day. It's difficult for her to keep that window open, but heaven is working hard to close it completely. That is why you are hearing me now, and why these words have come to you at exactly this moment, as time seems to be slipping away so quickly. Before we move to the next part, I want to plant something deep in your heart. Keep listening to my words without breaking the flow. Many of God's chosen people miss their miracles, not because God is silent, but because they stop listening too soon. They end the conversation just as God was about to give them what they need. Then the enemy walks in and steals it from them. Now let me ask you this, don't close your spirit. I am about to give you a key that will lock her out of your life for good. So please pay close attention, my beloved. I can feel your heart drawing closer now, which is exactly where I want it to be. As you come closer, the truth becomes clearer, and the fog she spread around you begins to lift. I have seen you look at yourself with doubt, wondering if the sudden coldness in some eyes means you have done something wrong while you were awake. Child, it was never about what you did wrong. It was about how she worked quietly behind the scenes to change the atmosphere around you. She realized long ago that she could not face you openly because your spirit carries a fire that would burn her lies quickly. So instead, she chose to move silently, hiding her anger behind a smile and acting kind while slowly taking things from your life that she thought you wouldn't notice. She wanted to wear you down and make you doubt yourself, because a tired and doubtful soul does not fight back. You should know how much heaven was involved in this battle before you ever faced her. That is why I am breaking the silence now. You need to know how rare this moment is. Heaven rarely unmasks a spirit before it attacks. Usually, my shield protects you from the attack, and you move forward without ever realizing that you were no longer in danger. But this time is different. This attack is personal and poisonous, going straight to the core of who you are. That is why I believe you need to see her before she can attack. Blocking her is not enough. She needs to be exposed. The truth is, if she stays hidden, she will keep coming back until she finds a moment when no one is watching, and then she will attack everyone at once. That will not happen. Not if you stay here with me until you finish reading these words. Child, I want you to feel the weight of this truth. Your beauty is more than what you see in the mirror. It is a light I placed inside your spirit. It is the kind of light that opens doors and makes hearts turn to you without any reason. That light is a sign of my presence. She hates that because it shows that you belong to me. It is impossible for her to make, earn, or steal that light without first making you believe that you never had it. That is her game. She wants you to stop seeing how valuable you really are so she can steal your blessings while you are not paying attention. But I will not let you forget who you are, beloved. You were chosen. The angels anointed you long before you were even born. The witch may scream at the edge of your life, but you cannot cross the boundary Archangel Michael has set unless you delete this message before it finishes. Please pay close attention, my dear one. There is a reason heaven placed you right in front of these words. This is not just another story or a simple warning you can ignore until later. I sound hurried because I can see the time she set on the clock. She has given herself only a short time to act, and that time is now. She believes she can strike before you are ready, before you know her face, and before you become strong enough spiritually to defend yourself. But she does not know this simply by staying here and reading. You have already become my light, and because you are still here, her time is running out. Please type a strong Amen in the comments right now if you believe these words are true and you are ready to be protected by God. Let this be your first act of faith, a promise that you will not be moved and that you will accept the divine shield being given to you. My beloved, now I want to ask you something strange. You must read my words every day if you truly want Archangel Michael to be with you and keep the shield raised over you in the coming days. You must make sure your heart does not get lost in the noise of the world and forget what is being said here. Every day, choose to walk with me and feed your spirit with my truth. That way, no lie she tries to place on you will ever stick. Because of this, I urge you to keep subscribing to my voice. Stay connected to this stream of light because the protection we begin tonight is not a one-time event. We are at the beginning of a long season of blessing that will need constant covering. Now, click the subscribe button, but remember, it takes more than a simple click to subscribe. It is an act of faith that aligns your spirit with God's prophetic promises for your future. This is how you make sure you never miss the divine instructions meant to protect and guide you. Once you connect here, I can speak with you right away without delay or interruption. You remain untouchable and safe from every dark force because of this divine protection surrounding you. My child, I can feel the moment approaching when you will no longer have to hide the name of the one trying to harm you. Archangel Michael's sword is already raised and aimed at her, and the first layer of her disguise is starting to come off. She has worn many different masks, pretending to be many things, but heaven will pull those masks away in a way that hurts her deeply. I'm about to tell you what she has been doing in the hidden parts of your life, what she has been saying about you, and what she hoped to gain from your losses. You will soon understand why it was so important that this message reached you without even one day's delay. Now the veil is thinning, my beloved. The shadows that once covered her are beginning to tremble under the strong light of heaven. She is restless and anxious because she knows this message is reaching you. She can feel her power over you weakening. What she thought was safely hidden in darkness is slipping through her fingers. She wants desperately to hold on to it, but it is already too late. The chains of control and curses she cast toward you have begun to break, one by one. The moment you allowed these words into your heart, you no longer had to sit quietly, pretending not to know the truth. She has tried to keep you distracted, sending small problems and interruptions throughout your days. Yet here you are, still standing, still listening. Every second you remain present is another defeat for her plan. Let me be clear, little one, she has been watching you, not like a kind friend who wants to bless you, but like a hunter watching her prey, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. She knows when your attention is elsewhere. She is aware of the people you trust, and has even tried to hide behind some of them, getting closer to you without being noticed. She has seen all the things that bring you joy, and all the good things that make others celebrate you. But in her eyes, none of it belongs to you. She believes it should be hers. If she cannot have it, she will destroy it. This is envy, but not ordinary envy. It has grown into a dark spiritual mission, a deep poison in the air around you that makes the soil of your life infertile and stops anything new from growing. Now is the time to listen closely with both your heart and spirit. She has already begun her work. Your delays and losses have not been random or by chance. There were moments when success seemed certain, but then vanished at the last moment. There were times when people promised to stand by you, but suddenly went silent. These are all signs of her interference. She has whispered your name in ways that sound like prayers, but they are curses wrapped in false words. She has spoken about you to people who can change your path, planting tiny seeds of doubt so small that they might be mistaken for truth until suspicion grows fully like a weed. Every time she does this, she smiles quietly, thinking no one can harm her. But no one is safe when heaven decides to move. Archangel Michael has been commanded to mark her, expose her completely, and remove all the layers she hides behind. She will be caught by her own words, and everything she has done will be revealed by her own hands. When this happens, neither the earth nor the spirit world will be able to hide her from the truth. Because the unmasking is coming soon, I have been telling you to stay close and be ready to stand in the light when it happens. Know that her exposure is meant for your healing and safety. Every blessing she tried to block, every opportunity she tried to steal, and every seed of hope she tried to kill will be released suddenly, like a floodgate breaking open. The beauty and light she tried to take from you will return, stronger, brighter, and impossible to touch again. Because when heaven defends what belongs to me, no one can take it. You might think you're just reading words right now, but a battle is raging in your spirit. Every word you let sink into your heart is like another strike from Archangel Michael's sword. Every piece of armor you put on is another truth you accept. The witch knows this. That is why she fears this moment more than any other. She is not afraid of you when you are weak. What scares her most is when you become strong, fully covered by my truth and walking confidently in your anointing. And that is exactly where you are headed, my child. Stay with me, and I will show you where she first entered your story. When you see that, you will watch the rest of her plan fall apart. If you are ready to stay and receive all this revelation and protection, write "I am staying for my breakthrough" in the comments. This is your promise to keep your spirit steady and to let heaven know your heart is open and prepared. My beloved, the root of her presence in your life did not start in this season, so I am going to take you back further than you think. At first, you didn't even realize you were being watched. The first thread of her weaving came slowly and quietly, almost without you noticing, when your heart was open and you were happy about something. This is how darkness usually comes in softly, like a quiet whisper. She circled around the edges of your life when you were joyful, smiling as if she were part of your celebration. But behind your back, she was counting every blessing, every open door, and every person standing with you. She wasn't there to celebrate you. She was there to study your life structure, learning exactly where to shake it to cause the most damage. At the time, it seemed harmless. Maybe it was a friend introducing you to someone new, a comment said casually during a conversation, or a look that lasted a little too long. You might remember these things now. She is skilled at blending in so well that no one notices her. The glow you had at that moment was the same glow heaven placed there to mark you as chosen. It made her nervous. She didn't understand why being near you made people feel good, why doors wouldn't close, or why talking to you lifted others. That unsettling feeling planted a seed in her heart, not a seed of admiration but one of envy. For my child, envy is dangerous to grow inside. That one bad seed turns into a garden of bitterness that feeds itself. Every time she saw you, she watered that seed. She listened more closely when she heard your name in a room. She smiled on the outside when you succeeded, but inside she clenched her fists. She praised you when others did, but only to hide the fact that she was planning how to dim your light. Here's the truth she didn't see coming. Heaven was watching her as closely as she was watching you. It was clear to me that she planned something bad with every thought, every word, and every move she made. Some enemies only reveal themselves when they are given a rope to tie themselves up with. I let her stay close long enough for her to fully show her true colors. She thought she was being clever, but every step she took only wrote her own judgment. That is why Archangel Michael has been watching her non-stop for weeks. The war started the moment she moved from silent envy to active interference. I'm telling you now, beloved, she has crossed the line. She has used your name in places that are meant to harm you. She believed you wouldn't notice when she touched things that weren't hers. But the people in heaven felt the change, and that was enough to sound the alarm. Listen carefully. This is where her plan begins to fall apart. Her first mistake was thinking your blessings were safe and untouchable. Her second mistake was not realizing how close you are to me. And finally, she was wrong to believe I would stay silent. I will not stay quiet. Her fate was sealed the moment she reached for what belongs to me. That is why, my child, I want you to follow these words closely until the very end, because here you will learn the full truth about who she is. This is when you will not only see her clearly, but also know how to break every chain she tried to tie you down with. Stay near. Her mask is beginning to fall off in the spiritual realm, and that is what will happen soon. After this, you will never see her the same way again. My beloved, the cracks are already appearing. They are small, nearly invisible to the eyes that are not trained to see, but in the spirit, they shine like sharp lines of fire across her mask. Archangel Michael has struck her disguise again and again. Now her mask is starting to loosen, not enough for her to show panic openly, but enough for her to feel a cold fear deep inside. She doesn't know how much longer she can keep pretending. When she looks at you now, her eyes give her away. The warmth she once faked has thinned into something brittle and fragile. You might have noticed these signs without realizing. Her laughter may sound forced. Her compliments come slowly, and she seems distracted when others speak well of you. These are not accidents. They are the first cracks of a mask under pressure. She has spent so long creating her false image that she believed it was unbreakable, but no mask can stand against the breath of heaven. Archangel Michael is standing very close now, his sword's edge resting against her cheek. Every word I speak into your spirit is another strike breaking down her covering. She is not trembling, because she fears you confronting her. She is trembling because she knows you are listening to me. That means her time is almost up. Child, let me explain why her mask is breaking now. It is because she has reached the highest point of her plan. She believed she had created enough doubt around you, set enough small traps, and weakened enough of your confidence so that when she made her final move, you would be too distracted and tired to resist. But what she did not realize was that heaven allowed this peak to happen so that her exposure would be complete, leaving her no place to hide or excuses to cling to. Every time she tried to pull you tighter into her trap, Archangel Michael stepped in and loosened her grip. Each time she planted a dark seed meant to grow trouble in your life, I sent light to stop it from taking root. Now she stands in the most dangerous place an enemy can be, right at the highest point of her plan, but the ground beneath her is starting to fall apart. My beloved, you may not fully realize it yet, but you have already begun to see some of her defeat. Those chances that suddenly returned, the conversations that started to turn back in your favor, and the surprising moments of peace you felt even when things should have shaken you, none of these are accidents. They are signs that her control is weakening. She has been losing her hold without even knowing why, and that is because you are covered and protected by me right now. Listen carefully. The final break will happen the moment you see her clearly. Not just sense her or feel her presence, but truly see her. When her name becomes clear in your spirit and matches the truth I have been sharing with you, it will be like a veil is lifted from your eyes. You will realize that she was never as strong as she pretended to be. You will see the weakness behind her plans, the fear that controlled her, and the emptiness inside her heart that made her believe she could steal what I gave you. In that very moment, beloved, all the chains she wrapped around you will fall away completely. She will fail not only to take what belongs to you, but will watch in helplessness as it grows even stronger right before her eyes. The beauty she was jealous of will shine even brighter. The blessings she tried to block will flood in waves so large they cannot be ignored, and the mercy she once laughed at will be the very thing she will desperately beg for. Stay close now, because in the next moment I will give you the first clear thread that leads straight to her name. Once you have that, you will walk differently, lighter, stronger, and untouchable. If you believe that every plan the enemy made against you is falling apart right now, declare it by typing Amen in the comments. This is not just a word. It is your agreement with heaven's decision. Let your voices rise together, becoming proof of the victory that is already yours. My beloved, I am giving you the first thread now. It's not the full picture yet, but it is the beginning of a line that will take you directly to her. Feel it in your spirit as I speak. She is connected to a place you already know well, a place that has seen both your joy and your struggles. She has stood there before you, not always in the center, but close enough to hear conversations not meant for her ears. Close enough to smell the sweetness of your victories and the pain of your hardships. She has always put herself near enough to watch, but far enough away to avoid being noticed. Think back, child, to the times when the atmosphere around you suddenly felt different. Maybe you entered a gathering feeling light and hopeful, but left feeling heavy and weighed down. Or perhaps you shared something good with others, only to find that the joy drained away almost immediately. That was no accident. It was the moment her spirit reached toward yours, trying to pull the thread of your peace. She has been careful, slow, and patient, waiting for the right time when she could pull enough threads to tear apart the whole fabric of your life. This is why heaven is speaking now, because she is standing too close to making her final move. If I allowed you to stay unaware, she would cross that line, and the damage she plans would take a long time to heal. But I will not let that happen. Even now, Archangel Michael is tracking her, following the path of her steps, watching every moment she thought no one could see her. Every shadow she tried to hide in is shrinking under the power of the light. Child, I understand the pain you feel when someone you trusted betrays you. I know how your chest tightens thinking about how someone close to you could hold such bad thoughts against you. But remember this, her actions are not proof that you are weak. They are proof that you are valuable. The enemy does not waste time on empty, worthless people. He sends his workers after those who carry something precious, something unique, something heaven plans to use for great things. There is someone in your life who needs to hear this message right now. Share it with them. When you share this message, you are not just sending a link. You are releasing the anointing of this word over their life, unlocking a shared breakthrough for both you and those around you. This is why she is here and why she has worked so hard to stay invisible, because she knows that the moment you see her, her power will end. And now, my beloved, we are almost there. Her shadow is getting smaller. The places she hides are few, and the air around her is thick with the pressure of being exposed. I will not just reveal her name, I will show you the proof in ways you cannot deny. When you look back after this, you will see her fingerprints on moments you thought were just bad luck. You will recognize the pattern in her words, the way her eyes shifted, the timing of when she appeared and disappeared, and when you do, the last thread will come loose, and the mask she wore for so long will fall completely away. But I warn you again, do not turn away now. Do not say, I will finish this later, because her time is almost up. And so is your time to receive the shield that will keep her from ever touching you again. What I am about to give you is more than knowledge. It is a weapon. Once you hold it, no curse, no plan, no whispered word against you will have power to stay. Stay close, because in the next moment I will start describing the exact times that will confirm her identity in your heart beyond any doubt. When you see those moments, you will never mistake her shadow for a friend again. My beloved, lean in now. The moment is here when the veil will tear fully. I will not speak in riddles. What I am about to place in your spirit will settle like a stone in calm water, sending waves through every memory you hold of her. She is not some distant figure on the edge of your life. She has walked beside you many times, wearing a face you once thought was harmless. You have heard her voice in rooms where you laughed together. You have seen her eyes soften when you shared your dreams. But underneath it all, her heartbeat was set to a rhythm of quiet cruelty. This is the cruelty of her disguise. She learned to copy your light just enough to reflect it back at you, so you would never think to look for the darkness hiding in its shine. Do you remember the times when your joy suddenly felt sour for no clear reason? When something good happened, but almost right away you felt drained, as if the celebration was stolen from you before you could enjoy it. Those moments were not just life's ups and downs. They were her moments. Times when she came close under the cover of friendship, but in the spirit she was reaching for the threads of your blessing, pulling them apart one by one. She disguised this stealing as sharing in your joy when really she was draining the light that surrounded it. Child, I will give you the signs now, so you will never mistake her again. She rarely celebrates you without adding something to take away from it. A small comment that seems innocent, a comparison to someone else, or a reminder of something you have not yet achieved. Her timing is perfect. She shows up when your glow is brightest, because that is when she thinks she can take the most. She never comes to lift you when you are down. She only comes when you shine, because what she really wants is not your friendship. It is your crown, and here is where the truth will cut deeper than you expect. She talks about you when you are not there, not to defend or protect your name, but to plant doubt in the ears of people important to your journey. She dresses her words up like she is only caring for you, but the real goal is a hidden strike. The people she talks to leave feeling unsure, not knowing why their feelings about you have changed. But the seed of doubt has been planted, and she counts on that confusion to weaken the favor that protects you. But listen carefully now. Her time of hiding and secretly influencing things is ending. Archangel Michael's sword has already marked her spirit, and the pressure of being exposed is closing in on her. She won't be able to stand in your presence much longer without showing her discomfort. The next time she looks into your eyes, she will see your knowing look. She will feel the wall of heaven rising between you, and she will understand that the days when she could reach for your beauty, your peace, and your blessings are over. This is why I asked you to stay until this word is finished, because the weapon I am giving you is more than just seeing the truth. It is the power to cut every tie without fear. When her name settles in your spirit, you will not shake or wonder if you're imagining things. You will know that what you feel is the confirmation of heaven itself. Once you take action, she will have no more power to circle your life again. Stay close now, child. In the next moment, I will not only reveal her name to your spirit, but also give you the prayer that will close her door forever. Once spoken, her shadow will no longer follow you. If you see these signs and are ready to cut every tie to this hidden enemy, confirm your stand by writing "My eyes are open" in the comments. This will sharpen your spiritual understanding and align your spirit with the truth that sets you free. My beloved, the air is heavy now, thick with the weight of the moment we have been waiting for. Heaven pauses when truth is about to be spoken, because truth breaks chains faster than any sword. Archangel Michael stands beside me, his hand steady on his sword's handle, his eyes fixed on you, not to check if you are ready, but to remind you that even if your voice trembles, you are not alone in this. What is about to settle in your spirit will not leave. It will rest inside you like a seal, a holy mark of awareness. From this day forward, you will never again mistake her shadow for safety. Listen closely and don't let your mind drift. Her name has been whispered before in passing, but you did not pay attention. Back then, it was just a sound lost in the noise of life. But now, as I speak it deep inside your heart, it will hit differently. It will land with a weight you cannot ignore. You will feel your spirit tighten in recognition, your chest grow still as memories start to fit together into one clear, undeniable picture. Do not be afraid, child. There is no place for fear here. This is not a message to hurt you. It is given to set you free. For too long, she has danced in the dim light between being a stranger and a friend, hiding behind the mask of familiarity so you would never suspect her. But now the mask is burning away, and she stands openly for what she really is. You see the thread she tied to your life, the words she whispered into others' ears, the silent curses spoken when you weren't looking. You see them and you do not look away. Now hear me, her power is already broken. The moment her name formed in your spirit while I was speaking to you, her ability to reach into your life was cut off. Before she even sees you again, she will feel it deep inside. There will be a sudden uneasiness in her heart, a hesitation when she thinks about coming near you. The confidence she once had in your presence will crumble completely because she will know, without any words being said, that you see her for who she truly is. But I will not leave you with just this knowledge. I will now put a prayer into your mouth, a powerful declaration that will close the gates around your life so tightly that not even her shadow will be able to slip through. Speak it out loud when your spirit confirms her name, and heaven will begin to move as you do. Say these words: Father of light, seal my life under your protection. Let every hand that tries to take what you have given me be pulled back empty. Let the eyes watching me with envy be blinded to my path. Let the feet that try to come toward my blessing be turned away and confused. I accept the shield of Archangel Michael over my home, my heart, my beauty, my blessings, and my future. I declare that no weapon, no whisper, no curse will pass through the gates you have built around me. So it is written, so it is done. My beloved, when you say this prayer, do not wait for a sign to prove it. You are the sign. Stand in the full knowledge that the same God who showed you who she really is will be the God who keeps her far away from you. Walk forward as if her shadow never touched your light, because now it no longer can. And remember this, once heaven exposes the enemy, heaven also restores what was lost. Every delay she caused, every seed she tried to destroy, every joy she tried to take away will come back to you, multiplied and overflowing. You will see this in the days ahead. Blessings will flow toward you with no resistance. Your spirit will feel lighter. Your true beauty, not the surface kind, but the glow given by God, will shine even stronger than before. Stay close to me, my child. Keep your ear open to hear my voice, because the witch is gone, but your blessings are only just beginning. I will walk with you through every single one of them. If you have spoken this prayer and sealed your life against this attack forever, confirm this powerful spiritual agreement by typing a strong Amen in the comments below. Let this seal your prayer here on earth, just as it is sealed in heaven, and stand as a lasting record of your deliverance today. My beloved, now that the veil has been torn and the gates have been sealed, you must understand how deep and real what has just happened is. This was not just a simple warning. It was like a divine courtroom where the accusations of darkness were completely overturned in your favor. While you listened here, the heavens gathered and Archangel Michael stood as a witness. Your case was settled. What the witch tried to take from you has been rewritten into a decree of gain, and not just a little gain, but a great amount. What she meant for your loss will now return to you, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. I want you to feel the full weight of this victory in your bones. This victory is not only spiritual, it will show up in your daily life. You will notice how certain obstacles simply disappear without any effort from you. Opportunities will begin to come looking for you instead of you chasing after them. Conversations will shift back in your favor without you having to explain or defend yourself. These will not be coincidences. They will be clear proof that the battle is over and you have won. Child, I know how heavy betrayal can feel inside you. Even after the enemy is gone, the echo of what they tried to do can keep playing in your mind. But do not carry her shadow into this new season. It does not belong there. You are not stepping into your next chapter as someone who is broken and trying to heal. You are stepping into it as someone who has been proven right, protected, and crowned with fresh blessing. There is no stain on you from this battle. There is only the mark of my hand and the brightness of my favor. Hear me clearly. Your beauty, the kind she was most jealous of, is not weak or fragile. It does not depend on what happens around you, on what others say, or on whether people approve of you. It is a light that comes from the place where I breathed life into you. Nothing outside of me can touch it. She may have thought she could make it dim, but light born from heaven does not fade in the shadow of any person or spirit. If anything, her attempt to cover it only made it shine brighter. From this day forward, you will notice that some people and places no longer feel the same to you. That is because the witch, his influence has been cut off. Without her threads woven into the air around you, what once felt heavy will now feel open and free. What once felt clouded will now feel clear and bright. You will walk into places that used to drain your energy and find yourself feeling energized instead. You will speak words that carry more power than before because your voice no longer carries the weight of hidden curses. Your words will carry the authority of someone who has overcome. Beloved, I want you to keep your eyes open in the days ahead. Watch how quickly things start to change. It will not take months. It may not even take many weeks. You will see signs of her retreat almost right away. The broken connections she tried to poison will begin to heal. Opportunities she blocked will start to move again. The peace she tried to steal will return to you in greater measure than you have felt before. But above all, remember this. Archangel Michael did not just fight for you, he fought with you. Your choice to stay here, to listen, and to open your spirit gave heaven the agreement it needed to move fully on your behalf. Never forget the power of simply staying when I call you to stay. That one act can change the results of battles you never even see. So walk now, my beloved, with your head held high, your heart light, and your steps steady. Do not look back to see if she is following you. You will not find her there. She has been turned away, her access taken away, and her plans scattered to the winds. In her absence, the space around you is now open for the blessings I have been ready to release. They are already on their way. When they arrive, you will know without a doubt that they belong to you by divine right. When you stand in this new place, remember the moment we shared here. Remember how close the danger felt and how quickly I turned it into safety. The same God who protected you tonight is the God who will guard every step you take tomorrow to keep you in this divine protection. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications turned on. This is your commitment to walk daily under heaven's covering and to receive every prophetic word meant for your path ahead. My beloved, I will walk you slowly through this time after victory, because the victory you have just stepped into is not something to rush past. It is meant to be felt deeply, breathed in fully, and lived until it becomes a natural part of who you are. When heaven delivers you from the grip of darkness, it is not only to take away the danger, but also to restore everything that was dimmed inside you. Right now, as you sit here in this moment, something is already changing inside your spirit. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your soul feels it. The air feels lighter around you. Your chest feels freer. Your thoughts are beginning to stretch toward dreams you almost gave up on. This is because the invisible chains that quietly held you have been cut and thrown away. I want you to hear this clearly. She no longer has the right to speak over you. Every evil word she said has fallen to the ground without growing or producing anything. Her whispers are like dust now. Her curses are powerless, and her evil plans have melted away like mist under the rising sun. Do not give her memory a place to live in your mind. When her thoughts try to sneak in, remember she is powerless, and say my name until peace fills your heart again. You must also understand that this deliverance was not just about keeping you safe. It was about moving you into a better position. I have placed you where your blessings can flow freely without being stopped. Before, there was always a quiet resistance in the air, as if something invisible was holding onto your cloak, slowing your steps. Now you will find yourself moving forward with unusual speed. Doors will open before you even knock. Conversations will shift to your favor without explanation. It will feel easy, but know this. What feels like ease to you is the work of angels clearing the way for you. Child, watch how people start to respond to you differently. Those who drifted away may begin to come back. Those who were once cautious will speak more openly. This is not because they suddenly changed, but because the fog that covered you has burned away and they can see you clearly again. Even those who cannot explain it will feel the change and be drawn back to the light they once could not fully see. I tell you this so you will be ready. The blessings that start to come will not be small. They will come in such big measures that you will stop and wonder, not in fear, but in amazement. Opportunities you thought were lost will come back as if they had been waiting just out of sight for this moment. Ideas you put away will begin to wake up again, this time with the resources and people to bring them to life. Even parts of yourself you thought had faded, confidence, joy, and inspiration will rise inside you like they never left. Beloved, you may feel the temptation to look back and ask why this had to happen. Why was she ever allowed close enough to try? But I say to you, without this test, you would not have the strength you carry now. You would not have the clear vision to see beyond her mask, or the deep knowing of who you are in me. She thought she was breaking you down, but really, she was preparing you to walk in power that cannot be shaken. From this day on, your prayers will carry more weight. Your words will not just be heard, they will change the atmosphere around you. You will pray, and answers will come quickly because you have passed through the fire and have been proven strong in battle. Archangel Michael knows your name now, not only as someone to protect, but as someone to stand with in the days ahead. So move forward, my beloved, not as someone who barely escaped, but as one who has come out victorious. Let your steps sound like triumph. Let your eyes shine with the light of someone who has seen darkness defeated. And above all, never forget that your story was never in her hands. It has always been written in mine. My beloved, let me hold you here a little longer, because the last moments of a victory are just as important as the battle itself. This is when your spirit fully takes in the truth that you are free. Not just for a little while, or until the next attack, but completely and forever free from what tried to claim you. I do not want you to leave this moment still looking over your shoulder or waiting for the next problem. When I close a door to darkness, I seal it with my own hand. No one, no witch, no spirit, not even the weight of your past, can open it again. You need to know this deep inside your soul. Your beauty, your favor, and your blessings were never hanging by a thin thread. They were always anchored in my promise. The enemy only made it look fragile so you would hesitate, so you would walk carefully, afraid one wrong step would break everything. But I built you on a foundation no curse can touch. Now that you have seen the enemy's plans clearly, you will walk with new strength. Your steps will not be careful, they will be bold. You will not whisper your dreams. You will speak them out loud, because now you understand that every word you say in faith is supported by the armies of heaven. Child, the coming days may feel strange at first, not because anything is wrong, but because the heaviness you carried for so long is gone. It will feel too quiet, too light, almost like something is missing. Then you will realize what is missing. The constant weight of her shadow. That weight has been lifted. That voice has been silenced. The uneasy feeling that followed you into every room is gone. And in the space where the darkness pressed in, I am pouring new things. Clarity, joy, rest, and a steady flow of blessings that may feel almost unreal. It will be the kind of season when you stop and ask, is this really my life now? And I will say yes, because you chose to stay with me through the fight. Beloved, remember that what you have just gone through is not just rescue, it is a promotion. You have been lifted higher, placed beyond the reach of what tried to pull you down. Some people will notice and not understand why doors open for you so quickly. They will wonder what changed, not knowing that the change started in the unseen long before it showed in the natural. It is the protection of heaven they sense. It is the glow of safety they are drawn to. So walk boldly into your days, knowing that the witch's story has ended, but yours is just beginning to unfold in greater beauty. You will look back on this season not with bitterness, but with gratitude, because you will see how even the enemy's attempts became a path to blessings you might never have reached otherwise. As you move forward, I will be with you every step of the way, whispering when to pause, when to speak, and when to walk through the doors I open. You have overcome. my child, and this victory will echo in your life for many years. If you have received this victory, press the like button to activate and seal the unstoppable flow of God's favor over your life. Liking this video is your way of telling heaven that you are ready to receive. Share this video one more time to send this wave of deliverance and breakthrough to everyone connected to you. If you receive this word and are stepping boldly into your season of restoration and victory, declare it for all heaven and earth to hear by typing "My victory is sealed" in the comments. Let this declaration be your first step into the unstoppable flow of blessings that is now yours. Before this message ends, you need to hear this clearly. You were led here by divine guidance. This is no accident. Archangel Michael sent this message directly to you. He is calling you into a safe and blessed place where miracles grow, doors open, and divine help moves quickly. This truth is simple but powerful. When you follow this call, blessings don't just come, they multiply. They fill every part of your life with strength and clear purpose. Right now, Archangel Michael is giving you direct access to sacred teachings, spiritual protection, and guidance hidden from the world. This is your moment to step into a circle chosen for those ready for spiritual growth, divine help, and fast breakthroughs. Do not miss this holy moment. Your breakthrough has already started. All you need to do is take the next step. Tap the link in the description to enter Archangel Michael's inner circle so you never miss the messages made just for your life, your path, and your future. If your heart feels pulled to go deeper, the link is also in the pinned comment. And if you feel led to support this mission, you will find a Buy Me a Coffee link there too. It's always optional but always appreciated. Take that step now. Your blessing is waiting. Like this video, subscribe, and comment "I accept" to welcome more divine light into your journey.